Court system since I moved here. I mean, like right when I moved here, the cops here started jumping on my ass. I'm just saying, I know how they operate and I know why they operate the way they do. If you took away all the income that the court system here spills out into the city, treatments, courses, licensing, all that shit, they control it all. I order you to go get your license. I order you to go to this class. All that shit costs money, and they don't pay for it. You pay for it. All of it.
But it's also making all these other programs get income.
Yes!
And keeping people jobs.
And then those programs, in turn, give the money back to the court system so they can do that.
But it's giving people jobs, too.
No, these are jobs that are... You're giving Stram, what did you just say for yelling at somebody? That's my point. They're abusing it. It's illegal what they're doing with it.
Yeah.
It's like the 9/11 Commission. They can monitor phone calls and record shit, and everyone is freaking out.
I watched about 15 9/11 videos the other day, and 90% of them showed 90% of them showed explosions before.
It's corruption, dude. Straight up, it's corruption.
Explosions that happened before the levels of the actual plane. The plane hit 6 levels before it. There was an explosion. Where'd that come from?
Those are doctored videos. You're watching fake news, and you're believing it. That's what the crazy thing is.
So YouTube,
that shit was happening when it was happening.
So you don't believe
there was
that
fake news flying around. People
you don't believe that there was built-in explosions in the Trade Center before the plane hit?
No. Because what you're watching is footage from created video footage, altered footage. Okay, I had one guy try to show me the Pentagon.
Yeah.
They
hit it, but it was a bad target. They only hit the front.
But what this guy was trying to show me is there was no plane. If a plane goes down, there are parts of that plane everywhere.
Well, isn't that supposedly the plane that landed in like the forest or something?
No, that was Pittsburgh flight 121 or something. That flight, that was the last one. They didn't time it because they weren't up to speed. This is Al Qaeda. This is Osama bin Laden in the cave. All right, they didn't have shit. They didn't have phones like we have today. All right. They didn't exact it timed out. So that Pittsburgh flight was the 4th one. But by then, people on the plane were getting calls from people on the ground saying they're crashing planes into buildings. The people on that flight. The guy jumped up with his gun and they took him down. The pilot fucking drove that plane straight to the ground. That's why that plane never reached the White House, which it was destined to.
He wasn't a coward and took into it. He's like,
No, I'm just saying, the people on the plane took the terrorists out.
Thousands of people that died 9/11. And this guy actually probably thought about that. He's like, well, I can kill 120.
No, one guy. This is the whole plane. There are people on that plane with phone calls as it was happening.
But there's also things that they actually GPS these planes to do.
GPS didn't exist back then.
Well, there was some type of fucking
monitor, yeah.
Twin Towers are pretty big objects, but
cars can drive off GPS now, okay, motherfucker? Back then, a car would have crashed into a brick wall within 10 feet of the GPS back then. Alright? There's your analogy. Cars can drive now off GPS. Back then, no. It would have fucking crashed right in the brick wall. Dude, there was no GPS. They had tracks on planes, yes. But these planes, once these fucking guys had control of them, dipped under that radar, they just thought they were coming in for landings because they were trained pilots. They went to school in Florida to learn how to fly 747s. They all graduated with honors. Okay?
These are the guys, yeah.
And you know what really killed me after 9/11? Everyone's pointing the finger at Osama bin Laden. They just wanted to blame somebody, and I'm like, you dumb fucks. The guys that are at fault for this are fucking dead. All of them. Who are you gonna fucking point your finger at? Osama bin Laden. That's what they pointed at. But you can't point it at the people because they're fucking dead. The people
Or
that are at
Saddam
fault.
Hussein.
No, he was a dictator just like Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un, man, that motherfucker's ready to start World War III, and he don't care because what has he got to lose? Nothing.
Well, you think about all these other third world countries and stuff.
North Korea is fourth world.
They're seeing what we get.
No.
Through the eyes of the internet. They're probably now getting internet.
No, they
So
don't
there's
have
a lot,
the public.
a lot of communication going back and forth.
If you are caught in North Korea with internet, you are arrested. Okay?
Really?
Yes. This is a dictatorship beyond dictatorship. Alright, Saddam Hussein was a child. Saddam Hussein kept his fucking boot on Al-Qaeda, all that shit. He's the one that controlled the entire Middle East. One man. We took him out, and there we go. Terrorism reigns free. He fucking kept it a ring. And he had drastic measures, which gassing people, okay, was not the way to go about it, but that's what he did. And because he was from there, and he knew that was the only way to keep the whole Middle East in fucking submission.
Are you gonna win any money?
No.
Give me that one to the side.
Yeah. But they had fun hanging in. They even televised it, and that's, I think his hanging is what inspired ISIS and everybody.
Who's
Al-Qaeda
ISIS? Who's ISIS?
To fucking start decapitating people on live TV.
Decapitating.
Yep. Cutting their heads off right on live TV. I think Saddam Hussein's hanging on live TV inspired it. I'm not kidding you. What? The U.S. is just going to televise this shit? Well, then we got some shit to televise too, man. We'll take fucking heads off. Right in front of a fucking camera. That's how
They did it,
brutal.
yeah.
They did it like 100 times.
And since we have the
I don't know
internet,
the
that shit
exact
went
numbers.
viral.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They
and
wanted everybody to know because they know we have technology
cut your
that
goddamn heads off.
if something dramatic happens in our country, it's going to hit news by literally
Hey, Dan, I'm going to go
0.1
take
seconds after
some
that.
of our senators and congressmen on and take
We
them out on
are-
the front lawn and take some
That's
of their
our worst
heads.
enemy is our technology because knowledge
Our
is key.
worst enemy
knowledge
is our government.
key.
Our worst
Okay,
enemy
yeah,
is our
but
government.
Also,
No.
our knowledge back in the day, like in the 60s,
Worst enemy
50s,
is government.
knowledge still had to go through
Yeah,
like
too much-
postal and
They have
mail.
lost touch with reality.
now you can send something so quick over the internet that everybody's gonna know within the hour if something's
but
going
what's
on.
real and what's not is the problem. Because there are people just sitting around making shit up. Just making it up, sending it out there. My mom told me she got a virus the other day that the guy called her on the phone and said, for fucking this much money, I'll fucking fix your computer. She reported him, but like that's, they have a hacker? Are you kidding me? Like he's gonna give a number that he can be traced to. What? That's like
No,
basic
that doesn't make
101. I mean,
sense.
even in the 80s, you could bypass the phone system.
Well, yeah.
I mean, Jesus. It was just funny. She told me that she called she turned the number in and everything, and she got a computer at least working, because he totally
This is
crashed
gonna
it.
be a $3,000 hand.
He totally crashed it.
That's funny.
Because he got into her computer, and I told her, I'm like, Mom, that's why you don't fucking put information and bank accounts on your computer. It's fucking retarded to think that they can't get in.
Ooh, look at those clubs.
People are too smart with the internet. If it's access, they can get in, period. I don't care what
You're an insane video gamer.
firewall they have. Believe me, Homeland Security can get by all of it. Are you filming me? Because I will